Welcome back. Well, dealing with difficult people can be just that, difficult. But once you learn how to better communicate during conflict, the results will be greater peace, health, harmony, and even less stress. Here to tell us the 4 crucial steps is licensed professional counselor Susan Gillpatrick. Always a pleasure. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
All right, loud voices, all the accusing words. A lot of times folks just, even derogatory at times, cold shoulders. I mean, very intense it can be, and I guess really going into an explosion type situation.
It can go that direction. And seeing the scrapbook ladies a while ago about preserving good memories, what we don't want to do is collect arguments and unresolved issues in our relationships.
Right. All right. So let's go ahead and run through these 4 steps. We're going to talk you through them. The first one, you say, communicating through conflict, you say speak directly. Practice with a supportive person first.
Right. So you've had an argument, a misunderstanding, or disagreement. Go directly to the source. Talk with that person in person. You might want to ask, when is a convenient time for us to talk? Practicing with a supportive friend. Say you've got a difficult person or a difficult issue, practice in your tone and in your body language how you're going to best communicate it.
And body language is so critical too. And what is it that 80% of what we say is nonverbal? So
you
keep that in mind.
Consistent.
Calm, tone of voice, even your look. All right, you also say soften the conversation, and you have some examples of this as far as a harsh startup versus a soft startup. What do you mean?
A harsh startup is when you're automatically saying something that's critical, blaming, judgmental, or sarcastic, as opposed to if you soften the conversation, you're going to speak your valid complaint but not be attacking. And I have an example. Harsh way. Another Saturday again, and I am cleaning the entire house all by myself. Let me tell you the problem with you. That's harsh.
That's harsh. Okay.
That's going to put the other person on the defensive, and you're not going to get anywhere. Instead, you could say, the house is a mess, and we do have company tonight. I need some help in cleaning the house. Would you mind vacuuming, please?
And
that's totally different,
than
saying you this and you that.
They don't like the pointing finger, do they? So no blaming and using the I statements. That's something to keep in mind. All right. Now let's talk about being a good listener. So many of us, you know, we may hear it, but we're not really listening. It's going through one ear and out the other. So let's talk. First, you say don't interrupt. And that's hard for especially a lot of us ladies to do.
It is hard. I think listening well is a gift you can give to the other person, a gift you can give to the relationship. A lot of times we're thinking about what we're going to say instead of listening to prove our point. And you can go round and round proving who's right as opposed to coming to a mutual understanding and respect.
And when does the I'm sorry come in? Because sometimes we have to say that even if we know we're not the one ultimately at fault.
Well, you can say, I'm sorry that we're having this difficulty. I'm sorry that we're having a problem with this. I would like to resolve it. I value this relationship.
Okay. Don't be afraid. And sometimes we just have to duck our chin and go ahead and do it. You also say check for understanding. And you're talking about asking questions because I know, especially with men, I've found, at least with my husband, he may say something and I take it totally the wrong way when he intended it to mean something else.
Right. So you could say something like, let me see if I understood what you were talking about. Let me see if I hear what is important for you. Were you saying this? And if you're the person that's describing what it is that's important, once the other person has heard you, then stop. Don't keep repeating it over and over.
Okay. You also say be solution focused. That's the goal. The goal is not to prove that you are right, as much as many of us want to do that. The goal is to be solution focused. So you say, number 1, focus on one issue.
Right. We can easily collect a list of things that we want to gripe about. So whatever you just did, I'm going to think of all the other things that you've done that drive me crazy. Pick one issue at a time to focus on, or you're not going to get anywhere.
I know, that's true. Well, remember when. I'm one of those, you know, you just remember everything. Also, remember the value of your relationship.
Absolutely. What's going to be the benefit after you've come to some kind of understanding? You don't have to agree necessarily because you can't change other people's opinions sometimes. But how is that relationship going to be improved? It's never too late to try and discuss something that you want resolved to improve the relationship.
All right. Free to talk, free to talk. For more information, at a link to Centerstone's website, log on to ours at WSMV.com. Click on the More at Midday section. You can also give them a call at 460-4445. Pleasure, Susan. I hope this helped lots of folks, including myself. All right, now let's toss it over to Nancy with an update on our afternoon forecast. Do you have any problems with difficult people, Nancy?
I think I've been doing it all wrong. Thanks for all the advice.